Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, Bills fans. Hold on to your hats because what I'm about to tell you might just be one of the biggest rumors swirling around the AFC right now. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Bills, secondary, and honestly, maybe even set the tone for our entire playoff push. The buzz is that the Seattle Seahawks, currently sitting at 6-4 and facing some serious cap crunches, around $5 million over the limit, are considering parting ways with their promising cornerback, Devin Witherspoon. And the Bills, sitting comfortably at 7-3 but with a cap space of nearly negative $113 million, are in the mix to make this happen. The Seahawks are in a bit of a rebuilding mode, especially on defense, after some tough injuries and inconsistent pass rush. They're eyeing a rebuild focused on bolstering their offensive line after losing some key pieces, and they're also trying to free up some cap space to extend their star pass rusher, Smith, who's been a bright spot but is commanding a hefty contract now. Witherspoon, a talented and versatile corner who's already earned 2 Pro Bowls and boasts a career 12 interceptions and 200 tackles, could be their trade chip to generate some much-needed cap relief. Reports suggest that the Seahawks might be willing to send Witherspoon to Buffalo in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a 4th-rounder in 2027. It's a bold move, but one that makes a ton of sense for both teams. For the Bills, adding Witherspoon could be a game-changer. He's a young, dynamic corner with a profile that fits perfectly into our defensive scheme. His ability to cover in the slot, where we've had some vulnerabilities, plus his impressive ball skills and knack for creating turnovers, could give us a real boost. Right now, our secondary has been solid but not exceptional, especially when it comes to big plays. With Douglas active, our cornerback room is solid, but injuries and depth issues have left us vulnerable at times. Witherspoon could be the missing piece to lock down the slot receiver and neutralize some of the division's most dangerous offenses. Just take a look at his stats from this season, playing only 4 games, but making an impact with 20 solo tackles, 8 assists, and almost 28 combined tackles. He's shown he can hold his ground against the best receivers, allowing just 54% completion rate against him and an EPA target of -0.28, meaning he's been very effective at limiting yards after catch and big plays. His career numbers are even more impressive, with 12 interceptions and a tackle success rate of 82%. Plus, he's been remarkably durable, missing only 1 game due to a low ankle sprain. The Bills would love to plug him into our secondary, especially considering how much we've benefited from turnovers this season, averaging 1-2 per game, which we want to push closer to 2. Now, why would the Seahawks consider trading him? Well, a big reason is financial. They're freeing up around $10 million to extend Smith, their star edge rusher who's been leaking points, giving up 25 points per game, which is a concern. They're prioritizing their pass rush and cap flexibility, especially with their ongoing rebuild on defense. Pair that with the fact that Seattle is allowing 16 yards per pass attempt, and you see why they're looking to shake things up. They're also trying to address their pass coverage, where they've struggled against big plays, allowing 16 per game. Bringing in a corner like Witherspoon, who's allowed 0 touchdowns this season, could help shore up those gaps. And for the Bills, the impact could be massive. Imagine adding Witherspoon to a secondary that already has some strong pieces, but needs a playmaker to take us to the next level. His presence would immediately boost our pass defense, likely adding around 4 interceptions for the rest of the season. That could help reduce opposing quarterback yards per pass attempt from around 6.9 to closer to 5.5, giving us a real edge. Our pass defense rate, which currently hovers around 12%, could see an increase of almost 17%, making us much tougher to beat through the air. Plus, he would help cut down on big plays, reducing explosive gains from 16 per game to around 9, while also increasing turnovers. That's the kind of difference maker we need to transform our defense from reactive to dominant. In terms of the bigger picture, this move could also influence our playoff chances significantly. With Witherspoon, our odds of making a deep postseason run skyrocket. His ability to make plays in big moments, like he did against the Rams with 2 interceptions and a touchdown last season, could be the X factor that pushes us from a good team into serious Super Bowl contenders. Our projected odds could jump from +1,500, which is already pretty promising, to as high as +600. That's a huge boost, especially considering how the AFC is shaping up this year. The Bills are already a potent team, but adding a young, versatile corner like Witherspoon would make us even more formidable, especially in the playoffs where every possession counts. Looking at the division, this move could shake up the AFC East quite a bit. The Dolphins and Jets are always dangerous, but with a strengthened secondary and more turnovers, the Bills could solidify their dominance. Plus, the AFC as a whole is tightening up. Teams like the Chiefs and Ravens are still formidable, but the Bills' upgraded defense could give us the edge in key matchups later in the season. It's all about that balance between a strong offense, led by Josh Allen, and a defense that can make big plays when it counts. Adding Witherspoon could be the final piece that makes our defense one of the league's best, especially in the secondary, where we need to limit explosive plays and generate more turnovers to win those close games. Of course, this isn't just about adding talent, it's about strategic positioning for the postseason. The Bills want to make a statement, and acquiring a player like Witherspoon sends a clear message to the rest of the league. We're all in on this championship window. It's about building that championship-ready team that can handle the pressure, the big moments, and the tough opponents down the stretch. With Witherspoon's skill set, he could be the dynamic, game-changing player that turns our defense from good to elite. And that could be the difference in whether we're celebrating Super Bowl Sunday or not. So, Bills fans, keep your eyes peeled because if this trade goes down, it's going to be one of those moves that everyone will be talking about. It's a bold strategy, but one that could pay huge dividends, especially if Witherspoon can replicate or even surpass his performance this season. Imagine the confidence boost for our entire team, knowing we've added a young star with 2 Pro Bowls under his belt, ready to anchor our secondary and help us chase that elusive championship. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Witherspoon is the right corner to take us to that next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep the passion alive, and as always, go Bills.